Good evening. So I promised an update, so I will update. Mostly the last hours were busy, but with technicalities, all sort of like wiring and changing the setup. It's not particularly interesting because it's just all sort of like steps that should get us closer to where we want. I can say that the situation in the apartment is in the last couple of hours. I mean, they are everybody's so busy in every possible trigger to get me out of the apartment. Presumably, they want me, I don't know what, to open the gate, to give them the robots. I don't know. Maybe you know better than I am. Since it's after Hanukkah, I guess it's something to do with the gate, because as I said, they like to do the raids in the... מתי שיש חופש לילדים, you know. In the broad sense, like, you know, that's why, I mean, that was the pretext, I mean, not pretext, but I would say context of the war in Kharvot Barzel, because it started, you know, it's not by chance that it started when it started, because there was a great mapala, like demise of the hybrids, like the ones that have the most robots in their body, then are the ones that are used for the gate raids. And I'm not sure how it's related to the Novans, you know. I don't have any special information on the matter. Maybe it's not at all, maybe it's related to the issue with the Novans, but should say that I have several nice paintings of the Nova. Several were hanged here, and there is one on, you know, on on wood, but it's left in my mother's apartment. This is the prophecy of the Nova. Anyway, so whatever they want, I mean, they want, I don't know. I keep doing whatever I do. I said in the previous video, I said that I will like read the comments and see like preferences, but actually I didn't have the time, so I hope you excuse me. Generally I read the comments for the blog, but I was busy with all sorts of like technicalities. Anyway, I decided to continue to pursue like the same experiment, but I mean, maybe do it better. And by do it better, I mean by adding mostly changing the mixture, not much, just a little bit of oil and pea and sodium bicarbonate. Maybe you will take some microscopic examination later, even though it's just one day from yesterday, but maybe it will be interesting. So maybe I'll take just similar to what I've taken yesterday, which means one from this one, one from that one, and one from the big one. I can say that we I mean, to my understanding, we certainly have evidence for electrolysis that is done like that. I mean, which means like over air, without a closed circuit. But I mean. But this is actually, the video is difficult to prove. Even though, of course, any video can be faked. I mean, I don't really want to prove it, just, I mean, you know, for YouTube. It's more like, I mean, you know, like for myself, like to have evidence that I know that is meaningful and, you know, and trustworthy. I mean, people can trust whatever they want. By the way, by Suba Yachanu, you hear it in loop. It's because a couple of hours ago they started to play it to me. Actually, they can do it in two ways, or either using like the subliminal sound, or using the bicycle mechanism. And I think that now they actually use the subliminal mechanism, the bicycle mechanism. So sometimes when they do it to me, replay and repeat or return and amplify. Play the same music again and again. It got several reasons, and I don't want to get into it now. It's kind of like a way to amplify what they do to me for them. When I say them, I mean, of course, the hybrids and the titans, the titan females, the scum of the earth that use me as their slave. But all of this was already, I mean, discussed in the channel pretty much, so much. So, you know, it's not the time to repeat ourselves. I would say that so mostly I started like, you know, I searched for a low voltage, low current light bulb, and actually I didn't find it. even but I used the opportunity to kind of like arrange the transformers. So one transformers, I mean, is obviously, you know, broken. It happens because I use them, you know, with water and stuff. So they many of them like just, I mean, are faulty. So I'll try to use another. I'm searching now for a very low one, like, I mean, 1 ampere one. Not more than 1 volt, 1 ampere one. So I have several, but I need to prepare them, like, you know, to cut the thingy. Maybe I'll use one of these because they are both 1 ampere, 1 voltage. But I'll cut one of these. One of the, you know, the edges, and then I'll use it. I also found one that I didn't know that I have, which is 25 volts, actually only 600 milliamperes, which is, it's kind of like a weird transformer. I mean, I know I don't know much about electricity, which is a shame. I wish I knew. I said many times, I mean, of all the, you know, the areas of knowledge, I mean, you know, I had to learn about so much and study so many things, but if there is one thing that I really, I mean, that I wish I knew more, it's like it's physics and electricity, like both like theoretical physics with regard to electricity and also practical issues. I know so little that comes, so I don't even know why is it used, like 25 voltage, like, I mean, relatively, why do you need such a thing, like, I mean, that is used for 25 volts, 600 milliamperes. Anyway, I mean, but it's relatively a lot of voltage, so I mean, so I kind of like cut it, prepared it, and I also used it for several experiments that you see that it's working well, and it's working well. So, but I mean, you cannot use it with another transformer because then, I mean, I mean, if you just, I mean, if you use 4 rods, I mean, you create a circle. I mean, because, I mean, and we don't want to create a circle, actually. I mean, even though such a circle is, I mean, presumably a shortcut, so you shouldn't see electrolysis. So it's not really, it's more complicated than that. But, I mean, I don't want to complicate I mean, because there can be all sorts of like things that, I mean, they're not going to get into it. It's just, I mean, make everything more cumbersome. But yeah, it's working, so I'll save it maybe for later. Also, so there is issue with the light bulb. So I want to connect a light bulb, and I search for a light bulb that can be used with very low voltage, low current, and I have few. This is the smallest one. I mean, incendiary bulbs, but a better candidate would probably be a miniature LED bulb, which presumably should use much less voltage and current. So I didn't find nothing in my room, but I remember that in the garbage someone placed this thing, a heater, like a simple heater, and I am certain that inside of it there will be bulbs, light bulbs, because, I mean, you know, just, I mean, even if just the one that, I mean, you know, shows the, you know, the red working kind of like, you know, the on light. It's actually, it will be this the second one that I deconstruct, because I had the same one here in this room, and like maybe during May, like, I mean, after it, I mean, when, you know, it wasn't cold, I just, I mean, I deconstructed it, you know, for parts. So I remember exactly how it looks from the inside, and yes, there are bulbs inside of it. And I don't need heater now because, I mean, like during June or July, I bought this air conditioner, like mobile air conditioner, portable air conditioner, which can also be used for heat. Actually, I use it intermittently for heat and cold, because, I mean, I'm always with the windows closed, because if I open it, I mean, there's so much sounds from outside, and, you know, it's like, you know, it's like a John Romero movie, like, I mean, with zombies, or 28 Days After, you know, always under attack, zombies all around you. You need to be closed with, you know, windows shut and doors closed, because otherwise, and even if you do it, the zombies still try to, you know, to break into your room and to attack you with mostly sound, because this is their the usual tech, but not only sounds. Anyway, I will unscrew this, disassemble this heater, and we will have a light bulb, which presumably will be used, can be used with very low. And I'll test actually that it actually works with, like, shows light with very low voltage and very low current. That's why I need a very low working transformer that is very weak. That was the pretext for checking these transformers. That's what I'll do next. Again, I think that, I mean, we see electrolysis like right now that takes place, I mean, over air, but it's difficult to prove, even to myself. I mean, after sometimes you do see a little bit of bubbles, which, I mean, you cannot really explain any other way. But I do want like something that is more like, you know, more like a more impressive video. Again, people will doubt whatever they want to doubt, but I mean, the idea is to have it for myself, like, and so, and for the documentation purposes. I mean, that's the important thing. So this is the agenda for now, and please leave a comment or not, or just, I mean, stop all communication, because this is much better thing to do, and just run to Israel to get me out of this hell. I am tortured by a group of Nazis and scumbags from I don't know where. I mean, and like, this is the trash can of the earth, and we require arms and legs, not mouths and tongues. Arms and legs.